What or who determines if something is logical? Isn't logic limited by available information? Logic isn't or wasn't created by a human. It was discovered by a human. I don't know who, but yeah, logic is it wasn't created. So to say that a human determines it, I would say human follows the rules or the limitations, the regulations associated with logic. And of course, we're able to describe, logical fallacies, the ad hominem, where we attack someone instead of the argument. So let's say I say, the sky is blue, and you say, well, you dusty. I'm like, that don't got nothing to do with my argument. Attack my argument. My argument is the sky is blue because I look at it. Well, you can attack the fact that I'm colorblind. That's not ad hominem because you're attacking my ability to be objective. But you have basically those areas like the red herring, all these different logical fallacies they're not determined by humans, but we follow the rules associated with it. It's kind of like gravity. No one created gravity, but we adhere to it. We follow it. We obey it. We succumb to it. So is logic limited by available information? I would say yes. Not so much that logic is, but the human's ability to adhere to a logical outworking or a logical thought process. As long as you don't know what logic is and the rules associated with it, if you don't know the different logical fallacies, you don't have to know all of them. But if you're not tuned in enough to realize, all right, I just made a logical fallacy called circular reasoning. The sky is blue because the sky is blue. No, that's a logical fallacy. You just violated logic by saying the sky is blue because the sky is blue. That's circular reasoning. So as long as if you don't know something, well, now you're operating in ignorance, which some people can be right by chance, but that's not how we want to operate. We don't want to move through the world being surprised that we're right. I always use the U.S. government as an example. Why do we have all these different intelligence agencies? Because the U.S. did not get where it is currently, and we were not successful historically because we were surprised by stuff. That's why we need intelligence, such as the SR-71, to take photographs from high, like 80,000 feet up, going, Mach 2, Mach 3. Like they shoot at it, and all it does is just speed up. It's different. The U.S. has prioritized intelligence, knowledge, knowing stuff, being in the right place at the right time based off intelligence. Well, the human should operate in the same thing, but it's called wisdom. And it's what I prize myself for. It's what I pursue constantly is I want to know what I shouldn't know. I want to know at 28 what I probably will learn at 40. I want to know about divorces before I get married. I want to know about the ramifications, the consequences, how much it costs to raise a child. I want to know about taxes before I get rich. Certain tax brackets, I want to know what they struggle with before I get in the tax bracket. That's wisdom. So, and of course, wisdom is different than logic because sometimes the logical answer is different than the wise answer. What should I do from a wisdom standpoint versus a logical standpoint? Sometimes they're different answers. Occasionally they're the same. So, very good question. But yeah, I do believe that logic sometimes, or the ability to use logic is limited by available information. And sometimes ignorance replaces that because most of us just kind of walk through, and until you ask a question, you don't know. And a lot of us live in that place where we just don't know. And until you have a goal, you don't have a question. Until you have a destination, you don't have a question. So and the only way to get the answer is to start with a goal, which gives you a question. How do I get to my goal? And then you get answers or potential answers. So great question.